Okay, hello Ephesium.
Hello, finally we are again online.
Yeah, and in comments, I got a nice comment, and the person who wrote the comment was asking about the current events, these fires, earthquakes. I guess hurricanes actually number three showed up recently. This
hmm
third hurricane going
Yeah,
to.
something's going on in the world because we have in. I mean, they always happen these things. We don't want to be all this year, but we
Yeah.
have all these fires that they try to blame the global warming, and we know what is there, the real agenda. Also, we have earthquakes in Morocco, fires in Canada, and with the Maoris in the isles away. I don't know if I pronounce properly.
Yeah,
But in Italian, say Hawaii, Hawaii,
Maui. It's
the
one of the
Maori. Yeah,
islands.
yes.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of conspiracy theories there that these fires they was obviously caused in purpose from the elites, from these entities, because some people they find out all the most powerful rich people they have a house, a property. Like Oprah, like Clinton's, Obama, etc., etc. They are lot list. They have a blue roof
Mm-hmm.
to tell this is our house. In fact, guess what? The houses wasn't
What
taxed.
are not intact. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Not
even the
intact.
method of this fire is crazy because the houses they melted down, but many trees around they were still up.
It's crazy when you look at it at the picture. It looks like Ukraine, pretty much, with
Yeah, of
phosphorus
course.
bombs and everything Russia
I
used. It looks pretty much the same, burned
high
up.
technology, they are definitely high technologies weapons that they use, especially they are like lasers that they know how to use. Some people they capture in camera.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I mean we're talking about. So first, I would like to see what because after the pandemic, they need to find something else to distract us to believe in all the lies, but in a
Mm-hmm.
very huge picture. Yeah. So the global warming now is the fall of earthquakes, floods, fires, which they
Yeah.
always existed, but they want to try to attract in a very you know what can I say large scale around the
Right.
world. And let check, Oksana, go in in your deep state and tell us what you see.
I see they're just what they're doing. Um, they're cleaning up the room. They call it a virtual reality room, much like those I saw in my dream, in which what's the name for the Sonio Lucido, the
Yeah, lucid dreams.
yeah, and basically the same idea. So there are layers, right? This layer, it's like it's kind of like a metaphor. The conference is over analogy, right? And the people are going up to the different level because it's time. It needs to be used by other souls, and they got a lot of projects of genetically modified bodies, and they need to put souls that correspond to the vibrational frequency of these bodies to this level. Therefore, they have to destroy parts of what we call the world and clean it. And I already see some bald spots, in the world where they already cleaned it. But then the major cleanse will come from water. First comes fire, then water washes off what fire destroyed. And that's when the land shift happens, because I see parts of land detaching, reattaching to other, and the new continents are formed.
hmm
We might
What
not even know in the beginning that the new continents are formed. because it's going to be kept in secret. And there's going to be so much chaos that, in terms of trying to survive for everybody, so we're not going to care about what moved where, you know. But in this sense, the dualistic programming also means there's a positive comes out of it because people are going to be more united and understanding more and more that some other mind controls all of us, and we shouldn't be fighting with each other. We should rather figure out how to mm, get away from the control of that something bigger than us in the system we're put in, even though when we are out of the system, all of a sudden we're bigger than that mind that put us in here. And that mind is artificial. That's what I.
Yeah, of course. As we was talking before we start, this is a war between entities, between these massive, let's say, powerful people, countries. So this is why
Mhm.
Russia, China, India, they want to change the order, yeah, the new order of, example, the dollar is the money that is used for many years, long, long time. They want to change this. Oh, we don't want to
Yeah.
use the dollar anymore. And this is a cold war that starts quite for some time, which obviously is coming to the surface, starting to destroy Ukraine, because Ukraine was definitely the gate of the West. Okay, and Putin didn't allow he don't want allowed this connection. He doesn't want Ukraine to be part of the West. Okay, so
Yeah,
and
it's like a monopoly game, Ephesia,
mhm,
where these are layers, what we call Earth.
mhm,
It looks like an egg, big giant egg. That's why egg symbology is very um, it's used in different ceremonies and rituals, just egg shape and different fairy tales and all this. And they want to, different alien groups are fighting with each other, wanting
yeah.
to own and control each and every layer, because each and every layer is like an energy plug-in for their race. So the more energy they produce, it's like people on Earth fighting for a gas supply. The regions that can give you gas, like Saudi Arabia or
Mm-hmm.
Dubai, they're so rich because they can sell gas, stuff like that. So petroleum, that's all about a resource, and in this case, resource is us, life souls. But the thing is, where some souls are escaping and some souls are transitioning according to their consciousness growth. And so they're trying to trap in as many souls on each level. And then they're fighting over which level is going to be mine. But each level is also connected to different laboratories, which the mutation programs, genetic mutation of the body. Because the body is very important container for a soul, because it's almost like soul can do only this much in a body, and if you mutate it in a certain way, you can block even more abilities of a soul to create anything, and that's their ultimate goal. It's like, in a way, they want us to be complete robotic slaves, because now a lot of souls are still strong enough to get what they want out of life. At the end of fight, they getting what they want.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, but then at the same time, there is a very weak souls who sold out, who became agents of the system. And those are the ones who we call celebrities and all this.
Mm-hmm. Where they are definitely doing a very interesting campaign, asking for money when they are super rich. They're asking people, which basically, if you notice, this world, this planet is becoming a prison now like never before, because every single person I don't know, guys, the people that follow us now, is having a problem with money. It's no
Yeah.
money, guys. Everything's expensive, and not because it's not money. It's not because we don't have resources, because they decide that no, you have to be completely hung with your neck, yeah, to the banks and to be dependable. And you are all your movements is limited. Okay.
Yeah, the guardians,
Yeah.
celebrities, and others who basically exchange. Um, you can say sold their soul, but actually they let somebody else to control their soul, their life,
I think
in
they are a
exchange for
cult.
good life for the body. It's only the body that experience all those villas and good food and no worries, but then a soul is actually trapped, life after life.
I think they are all the celebrities. They're part to be part of Hollywood, all this big, showbiz. You have to be part of a
It's like an
cult.
egregore or sect. You can call it either
Yeah,
way.
cult or sept is the same. This is why if you notice, guys, when they talk and they always move in, they put the hands with symbology, they're wearing something, or they move the finger in a certain direction, because this is what they have to do if they want to be in
They
certain
have to
level.
worship. They
Yeah.
they given certain rules and regulations
Mm-hmm.
how to not to lose their membership to this cult, to this egregore machine they're in. And they have to show in part of the deal here, the universal law, that you have to show the truth. That's why you have to photograph yourself with one eye closed. And you have to secretly tell the world, but it's in our faces basically that, hey, I belong to this organization. They have to reveal their
Yeah.
status.
I think like never before. I think this is what I sense when even when I work with my clients, I can feel, I can sense this feeling of defect, of they feel defeated. The people is like, we don't know what to do. I know there is something wrong against us, but what we do, what we do to stop these monsters here, that this might make you think that you can't do nothing anymore. I don't believe in this, because
Mm.
I think that we can still, uh, do something. And doesn't matter if we are 100 or 1,000. If you put everybody intention together, we can.
Oh, the truth is they're afraid of us because I see also there's people gonna be rising and forming groups and protesting and stuff like that too. Because when everybody's put in a bad situation, you get to the point you have nothing to lose. And they, at the end of the soul, they are more afraid of us than we're afraid of them. So there's always something positive comes from a negative and vice versa.
Absolutely.
It's just the way it's set up, this game.
Guys, I understand. I'm doing researching quite a lot. I mean, I wanted to start something prior, our the previous session. But because I've been doing different things, researching, I know that even without go and protest to attract oh, look, they're protesting, go send like, 20, 50, 100 members of the police and beat them up and put in jail. But if you can use your intention, your eye consciousness, we are not a weapon, we are cosmic, unstoppable. And I have the proof. I have the proof when we work with the clients. Oksana, she does things unbelievable because she believes. For people that don't believe, they says, "Oh, it's unbelievable," because you don't believe in your own power. When we work with another client, is yes, my energy is quite strong because I believe in what I do. But together with the client, this is where the alchemy started, to bloom, because together we can heal, we can even create things. You can do anything. I believe in this absolutely. But when you are three,
Mm,
four, a group of people with the same intention, but you have to Believe that you have this inside of you. This many people, they don't understand what it means God. God means consciousness. This is when people, when they go in a high meditation, they speak with the high self because it's the consciousness. Consciousness is one. We can be billions of people, but we are always one. This is what it means to be God. If God trusts you because wanted this experience, you have to use what He gives to you and to everybody.
Hmm.
Okay. So we have the tool, but we don't know because we prefer to believe in external forces. That is a big mistake. This is why erase all our consciousness through, starting with the children, with this crap school, with this crap, uh,
If
you
he's
know,
like, can I insert something? When you
yeah,
say God, I see like Santa kind of laughing at me with his big face, like a classical Santa's face. And he says, "Whoa, dog man. God, it's a dog. It's a man. It's a dog
dogma.
man." And then he goes like this in multiple Santa's faces in front of me. He goes, "I have many faces, da 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 da." And then I see him becoming Mickey Mouse face and other faces of cartoon characters
The
and
avatars, the
some
different
famous
avatars.
gods
Yeah.
and it's like I'm one, but see, I can play every game, and that's how your so-called bipolar disorder personalities switch back and forth, different personalities. Ha ha ha! Stupid people
Ask him
don't
directly,
understand
Oksana.
anything.
Ask him why people they still believe in Santa. With this man with the gifts, which we know even the children know that is, you know, basically a fiction.
Because without Saturn, this layer cannot exist. It's related to the program of survival. It's deep inside in any mitochondria, in every cell. So you just want to believe in something because we cut apart all your abilities, shut down all your DNA by just putting the body, feeding the body over you, over your energy. So you became this powerless little kids who must believe into something that the big man with the beard will save you, even though the big man with the beard is just one of the Anunnaki guys who also all of those gods. It's just all us. That's our group.
So is
Yeah, the Zeus, the Neptune, all those.
can you ask if all the gods, every religion that is like he has the same level of him?
One god with multiple faces, just one god with multiple faces. And different star races
Mm,
pretended that they basically showed up as gods. But God doesn't really exist. It just doesn't exist. It just made up, made up. But
yeah.
because we made it up, we
Mm,
said it to you and we showed you some tricks that we can do, but you no longer can do because you're in a physical cylinder called body and you start believing us, oh God, he's got so much power. And then we gave different, it's like a multi personality disorder. Each of my faces is a different God. Even though I'm one energy, and thanks to you, you made me big, 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 big. Ha 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 ha. Big.
the crazy thing, Oksana, is that we are so, I mean, sorry if I say we are stupid, or we
No, he
was,
said that, you stupid.
because we
And he
charge them.
started
We are the
laughing.
charger. Basically, guys, we are the charger. Okay, so we are the source
Well,
of
he
the
said the thing
existence.
is just your belief in gods make me a one very powerful god. And I'm against all the universes who are actually like Mother Nature. Why do you think Mother Nature? Because it's a mother, it's a feminine energy, it's a dominant creation. And I'm against creation. I'm a destruction man. You live in
Okay,
destructive world.
Can I ask Santa, he and his God and his prisma faces? Because I saw for a second like a prisma, yeah, like a crystal
Mm.
with the different faces. Ask which at the moment group of entities is working with, especially now. Who's the most group of entities, yeah, that they using now more than ever these kind of beliefs to be at the to carry on with the plans, to carry on with the agenda, to transform us, because we have a lot of transformism. Especially they try to change our DNA in any way. That, as you know, Oksana, I'm very liberal. I'm the person that I respect every person, race, sexual orientation, even religion. Even we know what is the religion, but still I respect the people that they truly believe because they probably need time to understand. But I realize that they're trying to change even the sex now of children, and then trying to make you think that is a right thing, which this is a complex, obviously, uh, topic, but it's not normal because I know people that they truly believe in what they see, they feel their body, but now,
Because they're testing out souls who are ready for what layer of reality.
hmm
Those who are more susceptible to be changed and have interest in that, we'll put them on this level. Then we introduce another idea was the chipization or other stuff or changing your body. Some people want to be covered in tattoos, others want to be covered with piercings. All of them will have their own virtual reality room where they could enjoy their stuff.
hmm I was thinking is the fact that they're using the men because they are changing the man as a masculine. The man he has this energy, that is
Mm,
important that we have this energy like feminine, and but now they are changing the male energy and female energy because man is more strong than a woman because they know woman as a different energy, which is, but she's not strong. This is why now many men they are taking advantage. People that they don't give a damn about transsexuality because again I have a lot of respect for these people that people that they feel different in a body, but they still accept their biological birth. Yeah, but now they are brainwashing. Uh,
it's not, it's like he showed me there's laboratories. Some of them round, some of them like a star-like
mm,
shape. And what they do is they mix up different genetic material to create different bodies.
mm-hmm.
And there's an experiment going on when you activate verbally a particular program. So if that body and that soul in that body watches or hears something that gives it this idea, you change your body, it would accept it because it was genetically modified before birth
Mhm,
to
mhm,
actually want it. And for some that were not touched by any manipulation, genetic manipulation, no matter what you offer, they just want to remain themselves. They don't want to
mhm.
change anything because
Exact.
they think, hey, it just my soul was put in a plastic bottle with the cap. When the
Mhm,
body dies, the cap opens, I come out. And
okay,
who cares if my body had tattoos or this or that, or I had pink or blue hair? It really doesn't matter. I just leave
exactly.
that junk behind. you know?
Yeah.
So it depends on what you're focused on and what your consciousness level is, because some people cannot go further than the physical appearance.
Mm-hmm.
And that's their way. That's
Mm-hmm.
fine, but
Yeah,
they
which
just
they
have
are
to play
lost.
their game longer in those rooms that I saw in my dream.
Mm-hmm. But there are a lot of people like they are they always they have this they are respected, but now for some reason suddenly they are forcing. Example, even the I make even in a practical way. I can talk in a practical way to see a man. Obviously, you can see that is a man that he can use. Oh, I'm a woman, and he goes to the toilet of where a 7 years old girl is in the toilet, 10 years old, even a woman to see this guy, a guy pretending to be a woman because now they are allowed to say I'm a woman. It's something weird here. This is why I'm not having a go with obviously with the trans, with the LGBT at all. But even them, I have a friends, and they says that is not normal because they are making us look bad, and that is not fair. Obviously, we need obviously to correct a lot. What can I say? Facilities in order everybody's happy, but they don't want this. They want to create confusion. They want to create
Mhm.
fights. Woman against men. No, you are not a real woman anymore because the real woman is me.
They just give us ideas of what
Yeah.
to be talking about. And while you're talking about and fighting over different ideas or
Mm-hmm.
different opinions, they can do behind the stage so much more than you would not even see. Like, and that's why most people right now don't even care anymore about any of this nonsense going on here or there. They can play their game if they want to. There's nothing wrong with it. But the thing is, it is a game, and those who
Mm-hmm.
played it too
It
much,
is.
they can care less about all these transformations people do because it's simply like we're getting closer to understanding the body is just a suit. You can change a suit, you can modify it during life, and then just go back. It becomes a game that some souls like to play in, and we should let them play in this game. Because a lot of times they're forced into a body they didn't want, they didn't pick, they didn't create, simply because they were shut down from alien spaceships or labs, and they were never asked, whom do you want to be, a woman or a man? But that soul might actually in the body be not satisfied with the body, so it will change the body. But the thing is, once you pass that level of understanding, it's just a game, but it still hurts, and you have physical body, and you emotionally hurt, you mentally hurt in this game. You stop caring about all these little games that the different groups of people are playing, because ultimately you're just trying to climb out at a different level of consciousness. And once you are, consciousness is everything. Consciousness is the level of dimension you're in. Consciousness is a level and your ability to create for yourself something else and enjoy it there versus down here. A consciousness is what makes everything be and happen. So once you gain it while in a life and connect as deep as you can, even having the body, you're you're just very strong that way. You become above all these little games and manipulations going on and experiments and egregor machines people playing. You can care less at this point. You just like letting them be themselves and do what they want to
Yeah,
do.
no, but this is what we're talking about, about in etheric, the DNA modification. Actually, is happening now in the
But
physical
that's their
container.
experimental programs, and if he's a I
Mm.
see it's a very strong timeline. You cannot change it. It runs in parallel with our timeline.
It's
And
not
that's
about to
why, and,
change.
and it's like we're together. It's like our bodies go, imagine like a tunnel. The tunnel is divided into white on the left and black on the right,
Mm-hmm.
and you're going through this tunnel and it's spinning and it's mixing the two timelines. Therefore, you see very extreme dark and light. Also, you see very nice people and super bad people. And that's when they do this, they're just in some sort of an age of like craziness. And when it's all mixed up and squished and destroyed and mixed up and squished and destroyed, um, there's finally the golden age, what they call it, a golden sun that I see comes above. And, and,
Okay.
and through that golden sun, our souls can decide, should we leave the
Mm.
body, should we stay with the body. But all of a sudden, you're connected to the sun, and that connection, what we're looking throughout the lives, and that's why we're not satisfied. We're never going to be satisfied with all we had in life. What not only like I'm not talking about materialistic, emotional inside, we're dissatisfied about everything that's happening because we're looking for that inner connection to the original portal that brought life here to the original earth through the golden sun. And then when the golden sun finally regains power, we regain power. But it's not going to be like people say flash or whatever, giant flash, and everybody's going to wake up. No, no, no. Some souls don't even, they're not ready to wake up, no matter how many times you flash them.
Yeah, but it's true. It's true that there is a lot of confusion because obviously, if I send the children at school and they teach things that you are completely against, this is why many people they do homeschooling. I mean, one thing is when people, which is beautiful, when they have this eye, you know,
Hmm.
perception of
Hmm.
consciousness, high consciousness, but not everybody, unfortunately, they are ready. And this is where that is a moment where you everything that you been teach and learn is completely they are basically put ups and downs, and they are the children now that we having to become not only the global warming that is we know that is not real global warming in a big scale like they want us to believe, but so they are change. They want to change the DNA or through the syrup because we can't even say we know
Hmm.
freedom even to say the word V
Hmm.
that you have to inject. You can't because no, because we can block your channel. So you are not free to say this is a conspiracy because you are the crazy.
Freedom
And
is an
now,
illusion at this level.
exactly,
It's
it's
an
an illusion.
illusion.
It's not doesn't exist because we are like in a ship. We are in a spaceship with the rules.
Exactly. And this Babbo Natale, the
Yeah.
Santa, he's running around like,
And tomorrow will
oh,
be another,
please,
yeah,
stupid
will be
doggy.
another clown that says, "Oh, the dogs now we can be a dog. I'm a dog now." Okay,
No,
so
he
you have
says
to
that
bark
in
because you are a
order to
dog. They
plug
have the
in
movement of
Saturn,
the dog GBT, But I mean, which I am for freedom, freedom of speech, democracy. But we are sorry, guys, but I feel that they are so taking the piece right now. That come
yeah.
on,
So basically, Physio, what I see is like Saturn is plugged into Earth to control the Earth through Santa and through believing Santa. As long as everybody believes and makes kids believe in Santa since early age. But he's not only Santa, I'm telling you, he's all the Greek gods also. So as long as people learn about them, read about them in the books and everything, this plug-in from Saturn is gonna feed the Saturn the energy, and in return, that energy is gonna bombard the Earth and control the people's minds through impulses, through
yeah,
waves. The same thing with the moon. I mean, the more you talk about, that's why they push this agenda. Oh, let's fly to the moon again. And the more you talk about it, the more people pay attention. The more people pay attention, the more energy they give to the
distraction,
moon,
yeah.
and the more energy moon has to control us. Moon cycles, all this, women's cycles, and I mean that's so related. It's like every planet is, and now we're gonna to conquer Mars. Let's give more energy to Mars because Elon Musk is all about bringing
Yeah,
people
what is
to Mars.
about Mars? What apparently is a desert is nothing there. It's all burned. What is his
It's
point?
just expanding the laboratories on surfaces of different planets for genetically modified human bodies with souls inside. That's all. We're just conquering solar system in a way, you know what I mean? From Mars, we would want to go to Jupiter, from Jupiter to Venus. But it's also like the artificial layers kind of like put in the on the planets like layered, and in those artificial layers they're basically using this and that technology to plug the souls into the artificial bodies and to run experiments through them,
Hmm.
and have effect on the planet also because planet gets imprisoned when it gets artificial layers with artificial bodies on it. But our planet is trying to shake it off. That's why more earthquakes are coming.
Do you think every planet was sucked up, drained of the energies? And now
It
is the
was it
planet
was
will be.
layered over. It was like you have an egg, right? With a energy kind of like shell, but then you put a very hard like stone shell, and you cannot break the stone. And that's what the planet feels. It feels like it's deprived of oxygen. It cannot
Mm.
grow bigger because shell keeps it certain age, certain consciousness level, certain, you cannot expand in terms of energy anymore. The same thing like our body, keeps the soul in. And that's why when the soul is pushed in the body, it feels super uncomfortable. It's like you're trying to pull your hand into a very tight glove. It hurts. It doesn't feel right?
Hmm. What about the sun? Somebody is telling. Actually, I heard few people, even some scientists. They affirm that the sun is life inside. It's just the shield of fire, yeah, around. But apparently,
Mm,
many,
there's a golden city in there.
yeah,
I've seen it
yes,
so many times. And
that
yeah,
is that is
that's where
interesting.
golden people live, and we came from there partially too. A lot
Yeah.
of people on Earth are sun people, and you kind of call them that person is sunny. And unfortunately, most people who live in South America are sunny. They're but they're suppressed by religion.
Hmm.
So their sun is shaded over by religious aspect of the moon. That's what I want to say.
I have the 70% of different species living there. I got with the pendulum. That definitely there is a different. They are not only one species. Apparently, the sun is massive,
Oh
and there are
yeah, I
lots.
saw him in
Yeah.
lions in there, like golden kind of like
So it's true. Then it's
lions.
true. Then the is it the dragons? They come from the sun because at first apparently. This is what's happening in Mars and in the planet. Apparently, it was the dragons, the the
They have
kings.
those things on behind. It's
Yeah.
like golden like hair, but it sticks up like this curves, and oh, they have wings. A lot of them have wings. And the line tells me they are the same like in Wizard of Oz.
So, so the energy of the dragons, that was the first species apparently, that they had basically defined like, when you go to a neutral place to fight. So the
Mm.
dragon was the first they come here to destroy. I don't know what was the other species. I don't know if it was. what kind of other was another kind of species they was fighting, but the dragons was the super powerful. It was the basically was the gods. They what they call the gods of that
The
age.
dragons and the lions.
Hmm.
There is quite a few of those. But the thing is, I see like that Santa is spinning a lot of energies, creating a lot of winds,
Hmm.
and then it opens its mouth, and the fire gets out of the mouth, and the fire start. And he
Hmm.
can like it's like a laser thing. But I also see kind of like military. I see metallic discs, but inside I don't see aliens. I see soldiers in
Hmm.
military uniforms.
So the Vulcans are they was connected with the dragons. The Vulcans they still have a mean here. I mean, imagine when we have a spot in the face, yeah, and
Mm,
erupts, okay, with materia. Is the
mm.
planet when as these Vulcans that they erupt is because they're suffering because there is excess of negative materia. I don't know because the planet is maybe is suffocated by us, by humans, because we create pollution, we create poisons, and we are creating basically. It's like when a body eat junk food, yeah, and then you started to have spots. That's what I feel the planet with the volcans and with the flood, water retention, with the water flows. Fire is, uh, it's like the planet is like a body. I feel like it's a body sometimes.
It, yeah, well, the thing what's happening now, I see like different parts of the planet are either covered with water burned out, and there's just ruins left there. And I see huge portals
Hmm.
like a Swiss cheese, with holes. And through those portals holes, the beings from underneath the earth come on the surface. And I feel like there's weird beings I'm looking at right now. They have this cone hat,
Hmm.
right? It goes like this, and it's like kind of golden and red and golden, and it goes like with the sides up. And they look very much like sultan. How do you have this word? Um, it's like the kings of the Asian
Yeah, Sultan,
worlds. Yes,
Sheikh
the
Sultan,
name, the beards long and the
Arab.
red and gold. Yeah, yeah, it kind of looks like Santa's outfit in a way.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like a red, soft, and the golden stripes in the middle and on the cuffs, and they're like waiting to come through and to organize their own level because they're tired of being inside the earth. They've been cooped in there like genies in the jar. That's what he tells me. And then there's some civilization of gnomes. And they actually look like the gnomes we draw with a very tall, like hats, like dark green.
Hmm. So, can I ask you just roughly how many portals we have in this planet?
118 right now was a different they call. It's like they're different sizes, but it's 118 right now, and they're planning to do a 210, 210.
Wow. So, can you check in Sardinia how many portals we have? Because I know there is. As soon I'm going to finally visit my mom in Sardinia and
Okay, well, there's 9 open, but there's 11 total.
in Sardinia.
Hmm.
Can you check near where I live, Oksana? I live in the east coast near the
You live
sea.
in some sort of swirling energy there.
Yeah.
There's energy from underneath and the energy from above, and you're like in the middle.
Yes, because usually we go into this place where we have the Anunnaki skeletons. We call the
Mm,
giant tomb. In fact, I will going to do some videos, maybe lives as well. I'm going to connect even with this guy that connects with the water. So interesting projects ahead, guys. But yeah, so in this portal, I would like to go in there, even to make sure if it's possible, shut. Inside a portal, shut.
shut the portal. Yeah, because they go through different. You were talking about it, I saw like they can go to different time zones in a timeline.
You need to
So
be
they can
careful.
go when
Hmm.
people were original people, just experimental, when
Hmm.
as they were genetically modifying them,
Hmm.
then insert new information into those, and they create more and more timelines with different outcomes, which makes it a crazy thing. But everything in the universe is a kind of crazy energy bubbles, or like spinning, and in that energy, if you move inside with your attention, you move immediately. You see whole world opening like a universe. But if you zoom out, you just see like energy balls of swirling energy of different colors. And that's what we call universe. But we are also a swirling energy. We are part of it and part of that, part of everything.
Hmm.
But once I switch my attention, I can be over there, over here, and everywhere.
What? Yeah, I know, I know. What I mean is, you think because this is what I have to be careful because last time I've been near this portal. I mean, in the portal, basically, we choose a stone, which
Oh, so long.
was our spaceship. Basically, I felt like traveling. It was amazing. It
Mm-hmm.
was with other two friends. But we have to be careful when you depart because you open. We have to make sure that you choose your connection, your channel, and don't allow other channels to connect with you because they are intruders in our, you know,
Mm-hmm.
energy field. So it's important that to be able to shut certainly portal because it's like I've seen, like when you go inside, like a funnel. How do you call funnel?
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah. Tunnel of energy. Yeah.
imbuto, how you can call.
Ah, like a hole in the
Yeah,
ground, like
yeah. And then
girl.
you have a lot of channels. You have to be careful because if you open certainly channels, you basically you ask unwanted guests,
Yeah.
energies to come to your energy, to your frequency. So something attach you and your frequency that can be crazy.
Oh yeah, they have very high frequencies there, and they know that these spots are healing, but they cover the spots with those like cemetery type, like tomb, right? How is it? Coffins, maybe. Let them embed it into ground, so people don't really go there or don't use those. You're not gonna like sit around and meditate. That would be kind of stupid, a
Yeah,
little crazy. Or you're not gonna
we
build a house.
We call the tomba dei giganti, which means the tomb of the giants. But
Yeah.
apparently, like the Egyptians, pyramid, well, they're not tombs, they were chargers. This is why the water was under. They needed the water.
Mm,
And we find out in this tomb, we call tomb, but it wasn't a tomb. Was
yeah.
like, let's say, a charging soul, spirit, because all this entity to stay alive, because they are afraid of to die, because when they die, it's
Mm,
finished,
they
finished.
were charging
We
up
are
for this.
eternal because we need another body, another container. But the
Mm,
entities, the pharaohs, they was able to stay alive 2,000, 3,000 years because
yeah.
they basically this is why the government of Egypt they don't want allowed anybody to get inside and study because they find the people find out, oh, this is not a culture of Egyptian because the technology was so high that 3,000 years ago these people they don't even know how to that what was a well, and that they can create
Right.
like that. So,
Oh yeah, we don't know much at all. We're so many hundreds of years away from what they used to be to
and it,
have.
and that time, everywhere in the world, like in the Incas, in South America, Peru, all these places, or in Sardinia, everywhere in the world, China, all these big monuments. Basically, there was machines to charge these entities, sucking the spirits of the people. The spirit, guys, is the part
Mm,
of you that you imagine to do this and that. When you sleep,
right.
your spirit is basically wandering away. And
Mm,
when your spirit is eat, bite piece by piece, so you feel your body start getting tired, demotivated, sad.
right, right, right,
This is
right.
when your spirit is
Sucking
start.
it
This one
out.
says, "My spirit is low today," but some people they lose the spirit. They become
Mm,
zombies. This is when you is gone. Your body, people in coma, they don't have spirit anymore. Spirit is kidnapped somewhere and they find a way
yeah,
to come
that's
back.
why I just like it's a personal decision, but for me, you know.
But this is what to
Some
understand. This place where we go, where are we going? Basically, they are chargers. This is why I feel like I am
Yeah,
departing.
you can have the Kundalini
Yeah,
awakening like I had with
yeah.
electric shocks going through me
They,
nonstop.
they invited me as well in this, my friend, because she has agritourism. I don't know how you can call in English agritourism. You know, these places in the middle of
Yeah, agriculture. Yeah, yeah,
forest.
yeah. People
It's
can
beautiful. At
be all
retreats,
this.
basically. There will be a theta healing. And they says, "Oh, do you want to be our guest and talk about?" So why not? Everybody has to express in their ways. So
Mm.
yeah, and but I think Roxana, we cover up a bit of everything today.
Yeah, it was a great session. Thank
Thanks,
you.
thanks. So I hope
And
that
if easier, you're going to Sardinia, you're gonna do short videos and post them on your
yes, some reels and yeah.
channel. So, guys, you have to go
As,
see it. The Sardinia is so beautiful too.
so guys, I'm going to in my channel talk a lot about today the power of the water. So the water we can energize the water with ourselves without buying things, which is important to have special tools because they exist. But also that with the water you can do honestly, water is we come from the water, and have the water. Example, if you put a glass of water near in your table and just talk with a person, you realize how many negative and toxic energy has the person with the bubbles. Okay, look how many bubbles because we are covered in half lot things, all the bad energy went inside of the glass of water. Also, when you drink a water, you give this energy, you basically charge the water, it can become a healing, like a medicine. I call the connection from the source, the water from the kingdom of the soul. That is
Yeah.
our medicine. So, but I will cover up in my channel. So if everybody is interested to pop up and visit me. So Oksana was talking about
I'll
she's
post
helping me
Ephesia's
to
link to her
because we're
channel.
going to do some healing. We're going to do some meditation. I'm going to teach you how to use the pendulum. I would like even say doing some card readings connected with your astrology sign and using healing as well. Energy. Before we leave, that was the question I wanted to ask today, and then we say goodbye. What is energy? What is the energy? And people says, "Oh, my energy, my but what it is energy?" In few words,
Energy is you and me. That's what first came to me. Is like a charge of creation, creation itself, right?
energy is like power of us to move, to
Yeah.
talk, the sound connected with the vibration of our voice, frequencies, everything. Energy is
And
life.
it's always changing. Yeah.
So, but it's guys, if you can in the Oksana channel, please, because I may find the difficulties to upload in these days. My son has to clean up all my PC because I have a lot.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. I'll send it over to you.
Yes,
Okay,
but
thank you, Ephesians. I'll
basically,
send you the video
everybody,
too.
please say in few words what this energy means for you. Every person, write down in Oksana, comments. And for today,
Thank you.
grazie, ciao, thank you,
Grazie a
speak to you soon.
tutti. Ciao.